praising Hailuo so much last time for its video generation capabilities. Just to give you a short recap, these were the prompts that I had used to convert a still image into a video. So the image was like this. You can see it here. It was a still image, and I used a prompt and I changed it into a video. The second generation of this was better, so I'll show that. You can see how good this is, right? This made me want to subscribe. I mean, this is not the only one. You can also see this one. Wait, let me just go back and show you how it was. Yeah, it was like this. This was the image, and this was the result of my prompt here. So you can see the video, you can see the prompt, and I actually applied another Hailuo model. This is Hailuo 02. I applied another model called Hailuo 01 Director, and I got these really nice soft movements, like the trees are swaying slowly, softly, and the shadows. And I got this in like one go, okay? You can see these four over here. So I got this and the model, as soon as I changed the model along with this prompt, it gave me this. Okay, it did not give me any result for this. Can the lighting in the room change based on different times of the day? I did not get any result for this, but it was still very realistic, very natural. So I was happy with it because this effect I had got it in the earlier with the earlier Halo model. So I didn't care for this. At least it looked realistic and usable. So, and there were quite a few other experiments which I had done, like this. This was also one of my favorites. You can see this video. So the image looked like this. This was the image. And you can see how it is. So now what has happened is, because I was so impressed, I went ahead and I bought the subscription plan. Subscription plan lets me create a higher resolution video. So this is 768 pixels. I get a resolution of 1080 with the subscription plan, and also it lets me remove this watermark. So that's the reason I purchased a subscription plan for a month. It cost me about $10 because I did a monthly one. So this is the one I purchased. It gave me 1000 credits. Okay. And to recreate the same thing using the same Halo 02 model, and with 1080 pixels of resolution, it costs me 80 credits. Okay. So what I did is, I, like anyone would do, I copy pasted this prompt and I set a higher resolution, so you can see this one. Okay, so this has done a fairly good job. I had copy pasted the prompt, but it has not done the zoom out thing which it had done earlier with the exact prompt. So my expectation was that with the exact prompt it would create, like, it would add a zoom out effect, right? Because in the free version it had created I mean, it had added a zoom out effect. You can see that. So I expected that in the paid version with the same prompt, it would give me the same video in just a higher resolution, since I selected the higher resolution. So ideally, it should give me the same video, right? But it did not. And also, this thing about Halo is that when you click on recreate, it's not like you can give feedback to add or minus something to the video. It just recreates the entire thing on your own. So now I wanted to add the zoom out effect, right? So I copied that prompt again and I just added one line at the end that please also add a small zoom out effect to enhance it. So because I wanted a zoom out effect in this video, just like it had given me in the free version, I added one last sentence over here. But as a result, now what it has done is it has made these trees shake very unnaturally over here, the plants. and it had not done this in the earlier one. Okay, the your plants are not moving as you can see. It could have just given me this, I mean, it should have just given me the same thing with a zoom out effect, right? I mean, that doesn't that make sense? But no, it doesn't give me that. So, okay. But this is not the only thing. You may think I am being too like critical of this. So this was still better. I I mean, I put this image in again with the same prompt. uh, it gave me a good video of 1080p, and it also added a sun in the video as an extra, which it had not done earlier. So this was still better. And but then what happened is, like, if I show you some things, you will find them really funny. Like, I added a kitchen video, okay? And you can see this prompt here. I've said, can you add some movement to this image? You can work with the natural lights and add some natural movement, such as the trees outside swaying slightly. So I've clearly mentioned slightly, but still you can see the trees outside, how they are swaying. Like, okay, it's like it's as if there is some storm going on, and I don't know. It needs to be like very slight, but this was not up to my expectations. And also, I thought that because these prompts didn't work properly, like, I loved this video, okay. So when I was recreating this one, I made sure that I add a little more detail than just this prompt, because see, I don't want to lose out on credits. With every image, I am losing, with every video, I'm losing out on credits. So what I did is I used this prompt, but I added a bit more detail so that I get this exact video in, because I wanted this in 1080p. So yeah, so and without the watermark. So what I did is, if you can see this one, I kept that earlier prompt, but I added a little more detail. The man could be shown to reach out for the book in front of him. The lamp next to his couch can turn on when it gets dark. Because I wanted it exactly like earlier. So it has done a good job, but like there are a lot of differences still. So I'll just show you that. So, okay, so it has done a good job. But if you see the earlier one, the sunlight, like I'll just show you this again, the sunlight is not, uh, very prominent. The sun rays are not visible. So the sun rays are not very visible in this video, as you can tell. Okay, and there is no blue light at the end. Whereas in the earlier one, which I had liked when I was trying this out for free, you can see how the sun rays are so prominent, the golden hour, then the blue light coming in. It's all very aesthetic. But using the same prompt and adding a little bit more in detail about the man reaching out for the book, I could not really get the same effect in terms of the sun rays or the blue light. So this part was like a little disappointing for me. Even though this video is usable, it's not bad, but this part was still disappointing for me. This I already talked about. The trees were swaying very, very aggressively, I should say. So I actually gave another prompt to this same image. I edited it to say that you can work with the natural lights. All this is the same. You can work with the natural lights. This is the same. Uh, but I just added another line that make them sway very slowly as if a light breeze is passing by. Because in the earlier one, they were swaying very aggressively. But you can notice that in the earlier one, even though I have written you can work with the natural light, it has added a very subtle natural light effect over here. You can just notice the floor and the shadows. All right. But in this one, the light effect is also quite prominent. Yeah. And but I'm happy with the trees part. Like you can see in the beginning how the trees are swaying lightly, and this it's slightly unnatural, but it's okay. It's not taking in so much attention. It's not drawing attention to itself. So this was like okay. To show you another one, I just said, can you add some movement to this image? And I'm not very happy with how these are moving. But so I refined this prompt and I said, can you change the natural light in this image as per the changing time of day? And can you zoom in or zoom out a little bit too? So this was still better. This was, still better. You can see this. Okay, the blue is a little too much in the end, but otherwise it's fine. Uh, and here I said, can you change the natural? Because I wanted to refine this a bit more. So I kept the earlier prompt. Can you, all this, change the natural light? Can you zoom in, zoom out a little bit? I kept the earlier prompt and I added something like also change the camera angle slightly and move the camera around a bit. So it's important for me to mention that I changed the model here from Halo 2 to Halo 01 Director because Halo 01 Director is really good for camera angles and movements. So I thought I should change the model and do the same prompt. So, but when I did that, it didn't change the camera angle, it just zoomed out. That's all it did. It didn't even change the light. So, yeah. So, among the models, I would definitely recommend Halo 2, even though Halo 2 consumes more credits. It consumes 80 credits per image to video, and Halo 1 consumes uh, only 25 credits. But I should mention that Halo 2 consumes 80 credits only when you're generating a full resolution video. Otherwise, it consumes only 25 credits. So, what you can do is you can also experiment. Like you can use Halo 2 and first generate a resolution video and then use the same prompt for a higher resolution video. But like I said, you even sometimes with the same prompt, you don't get the same video. So, it's always a gamble. And yeah, now I'll show you this bedroom image. This was a little funny. Okay, so okay, before I show you this, I want to tell you why this prompt is so huge. I actually used ChatGPT to generate this prompt. I told ChatGPT that I wanted to move some things in this bedroom, like the lamp turning off in the daytime and turning on when it gets dark outside, and I want to change the lights in this room based on the changing times of the day, and maybe I want to have some camera movements here and there. So ChatGPT gave me this long prompt, and it included things like introduce a gentle breeze through the slightly open window, causing the tall curtains to sway. And it even gave some things like, the shirt, the hanging, allow a single hanging shirt or jacket to sway slightly. So, this is what it gave me for this long prompt. Isn't this like funny? I mean, this was the jacket it was talking about, but what it has done is it has not really, it has created another closet and hanger space. So this was very disappointing. So I generated this again, and this time I shortened that prompt and I kept only the essential things, and I think this is better. I love the part of this video where the evening comes on and you can see the indoor lights. I'll just play this for you. Check out this. I mean, this is this is like wow. The part where the indoor lights come on. Don't you think this is beautiful? So, yeah, so I loved this. Yeah, and then I'll show you something very funny, okay? Okay, this one. So I was what prompt I gave it was, can you move the trees outside slowly as if there is a light breeze and the trees are softly and slowly swaying. I missed a D here. Also zoom out a little bit for the effect. You can also add a little rain outside and make the day a bit cloudy. The last sentence wasn't really needed, but I thought it will, look nice if there is slight rain. So I'll just show you how this came to be. So I didn't really like the part where it's raining and it's swaying and the tree eventually disappears. That was a little odd. And also during the zoom out part, there is a lot of unnatural light situation happening here. Can you see that? So I didn't like this and I decided to recreate this. by taking out the last sentence. I thought that will make a lot of difference because since the light will remain the same outside, so it won't try to alter the light of the image. And the trees can sway slightly as they are swaying here. Here it was a little too much, but it's still okay. So what I did is I used the same prompt, but I removed the last sentence and I recreated this. So I'll show you what it did, and you will either laugh or I don't know. So see this. This is what it interprets as softly and slowly swaying. I mean, does it look soft to you from any angle? And like, I lost credits to this. I mean, thank God I didn't create this in 1080. Otherwise, I would have lost 80 credits. I just lost 25 credits. But still, I mean, I lost 25 credits here and I lost 25 credits here. And it was, I almost started to think that it is deliberately doing a bad job I mean, so that I buy more credits because I was running out of credits. And check the third one. I tried to improvise it. I said that, here, whatever this prompt is, I tried to improvise it. And I said, can you move the trees outside very slowly as there is a light breeze? Also zoom out a little bit for the effect. This third attempt also is bizarre. You will actually see this tree, see what it is doing. It's moving to the other end of the room. I mean, what is this? I really don't get it. And even my light has altered, like. So, yeah, I mean, I know that I recommended Halo for image to video generation last time, but after buying the subscription, I'm now starting to have doubts. I don't know why it is behaving weird now that I've bought the subscription. Really think it's trying to make me buy more credits. What do you think? I'm sorry for this long video, but I had to do justice since I was so impressed with Halo and I recommended it last time. Now I feel like I should also try other image to video generation tools. I mean, I have tried Kling and I was not happy with Kling, but I think I should look a bit more, look into it a bit more, like look into other tools as well.
So the key takeaways here are that Halo can really work like magic sometimes and impress you. However, there are two things to consider. It won't always give you the same video with the same prompt if you're trying to do that in a different resolution, especially. Another thing to note is that every generation is from scratch. You cannot offer feedback on something and then improvise it. No, every generation is from scratch. I think that's the reason it always creates something new, even with the same prompt. I think that's the reason. So I will use it. It's not like I'll not use it, but it has its negatives. It's not the best, I guess.